Sabito died during that year's selection.
To the beast I think Tanjiro killed.
Every demon on that mountain single-handedly.
Hello and welcome back to another episode of Let's React. I'm Kenny and this is my beautiful wife Montana.
And today we're going to be reacting to Season 4, Episode 2 of Demon Slayer, Water Hashira Giyu Tomioka's Pain. I don't know that I want to hear about Water Hashira Giyu Tomioka's pain.
Maybe we'll get some backstory here on the cool and collected Water Hashira. But if you're excited for this episode of Demon Slayer, make sure to hit like, comment, and subscribe down below for episodes coming, whatever is listed below. If you can't wait and want to see these episodes right now, along with episodes of our other series, Invincible, My Hero Academia, Solo Leveling, and Jujutsu Kaisen, make sure to check out the Patreon linked in the description below, where they're all posted in their extended full-length forms. Alright, are we excited for Season 4, Episode 2 of Demon Slayer?
Absolutely.
All right, let's get it.
Let's go.
Listen up, Dunderheads! This video was brought to you by the incredible members of the Let's React Patreon. If you want access to a ton of exclusive perks, check out the link in the description below. Have a good day, Twinkle Toes!
Animating dust has got to be so hard.
This is Lady Tamayo's like servant slash partner.
Okay.
Oh yeah, I got visited by Erwin Bird.
It's dangerous, you know, leaving your
Erwin
window open
Bird?
at night like this. Nice to meet you. No need to worry. I'm one of Kagaya Ubuyashiki's messengers. I understand you have suspicions. I don't blame you. I already assumed before meeting you that it would be hard to gain your trust the way Tanjiro has.
Oh, I need to look up who Kobayashi is. Yeah, Kaguya. Yeah. Okay, so it's his bird. Never mind. We have seen it before. This is the head of the Demon Slayer Corps' bird, but he's incapacitated, kinda. Like they said that the Hashira in the last episode said they would never see him again.
Right. But he is able to send birds.
Maybe. Or
theoretically.
maybe,
or someone is sending birds as him.
Yeah.
That seems less likely.
Yeah.
Lady Tamayo! Lady Tamayo! Lady Tamayo!
Just fall down the stairs.
In the Demon Slayer Corps, there is a young girl who is also well versed in demon physiology. We'd like you to collaborate with her and look into the changes to Nezuko. Help us defeat Muzan Kibutsuji. The decision is yours. We'll be waiting at the Ubuyashiki mansion.
You're summoning me, a demon, to the headquarters of the Demon Slayer Corps?
I'll be waiting for a favorable response from you.
Seems a little sus, not gonna lie.
Yeah, that seems like a trap.
Lady Tamayo!
Like, it could entirely not be, but it just seems a little off.
Yushiro.
Well, can you pause it for a second? The thing that's off about it is not acknowledging how weird of a request it is. If he had said, like...
He did say it would be hard for her to trust him.
But there's a difference between, like, I know it's tough to trust me, and I know I'm asking you to do something literally insane, but I don't know.
We'll see.
Yushiro.
Let's clear out of the house now! I'm ready to go!
It's not like that. Now that Nezuko has managed to conquer the sun, something's been set in motion. No. It's possible change was set in motion long before that. What happened on that fateful day has at last begun to swell and become one large wave.
That's Yorichi.
If that's the case.
It can't be, Lady Tamayo!
Either way,
Wait a minute. Is that Muzan and Lady Tamayo meeting Yorichi? I'm not sure.
Change
But it
was
looks
set in
like it.
motion long
Looks like
before
it,
that.
yeah.
What happened on that fateful day has at last begun to swell and become
Yeah.
one large wave. If that's the case.
It can't be, Lady Tamayo!
Either way, we will be leaving this house. However, things are different this time. I'm going to start compiling the research I've done up till now. But I will need your help, Yushiro. Quickly, this may very well be our last move. Now let's go to the Demon Slayer Corps headquarters, the Ubuyashiki Mansion.
Okay, they're going.
Master, Tanjiro, how are your wounds healing? I'm ashamed to admit it,
but I am no longer capable of moving. And though I'd like to speak with Giyu myself, it doesn't look like that'll be possible. As this is a very important time for us, I'd like to strive together as one as we push forward with all our might. And so, would you mind being the one to talk to Giyu for me? My hope is that Giyu, who burdens himself with negative thoughts, can start to look forward again. So be persistent. Don't give up until he sees the light.
Mr. Giyu. Yes!
It's awfully early, Mr. Tanjiro. Where are you heading?
Miss Aoi.
Are you leaving? For Hashira training?
No, I'm not. But I have to see someone before that.
I guess that should be fine then.
Miss Aoi?
What is it?
There's something that I'd like to ask you. Is that okay? Let's say that there's someone who feels like they're all alone. How would you go about convincing that person that they're not alone? Is there a way to do it while actually getting through to them?
Being there?
If anyone knows the answer to that, it's not me. But Mr. Tanjiro, above all else, you want to cheer this person up, don't you? Well, if it were me, I'd just want to be left alone. By the way, are you leaving now?
Yes.
Wait here a minute, okay? Oh. Are you going to visit just one person?
Yes. This sure is complicated.
They're very simple, but I've made you some rice balls. There should be enough.
It's not gonna
for both
cheer
you
up
and
Giyu.
that person. Whatever you do, you need to eat your fill first, or else you'll never become healthy in body and soul.
Miss Aoi. Thank you. Excuse me. Mr. Tomioka? Hello? Mr. Giyu? It's me. Are you in there? It's me, Tanjiro Kamado!
Just gonna keep screaming out there.
Coming in.
Perfect.
Coming in? No. He must have said I'm leaving. I simply misheard.
Manifest it, King.
It's like, I do not want to talk to him right now.
No, he definitely said, I'm gonna leave and leave you alone.
His face.
So, long story short, everyone's been busy training.
I know.
Oh, so you knew. That's great.
Too close.
And I'll be cleared for active duty in 7 days. You think you can train me then?
I can't.
But why not? I'm catching a faint whiff of anger from you. But what could have you upset?
I'm upset that you never mastered water breathing to its perfection. After all, you were meant to become the next water Hashira.
Oh, I didn't realize that was his goal.
Yeah, that was...
We're still missing a water Hashira. Someone has to assume the mantle, and I
Aren't
suppose
you?
I hoped it would be you.
so that he could, like, retire, I guess?
But you're the water
Is he
Hashira.
quitting? Yeah.
I'm not the water Hashira.
What?
Since when?
Get out.
Did he quit?
So be persistent. Don't give up until he sees the light.
Right! Mr. Giyu! I brought some rice balls with me. Would you like to eat them together? They say you can't be angry after a good meal and a full stomach. Alright, I'll just leave them here for you.
I wonder if this is a new or an old development somehow.
Mr. Giyu, you're up early. You must have enjoyed those rice balls. That's great.
Oh.
Please wait! Mr. Giyu! Where are you headed, Mr. Giyu? Mr. Giyu, what are you up to?
Oh no.
Patrol? It does feel like demon sightings have settled down, doesn't it? No demons here, huh? Thank goodness! So we can start training now!
Just trying to be positive.
Mr. Giyu! Do you want to come training? Everyone's waiting for you! Mr. Giyu! Mr. Giyu? Mr. Giyu! Mr. Giyu? Mr. Giyu!
This is very sweet, but I would lose my fucking mind.
Really?
Oh yeah.
Oh no. Is this going to last forever? If I talk to him, will he stop stalking me and leave me in peace?
Might as well try.
Thing is, I never did pass the final selection.
What? Wait, the final selection?
The original
You
one?
did a
What?
trial back on the mountain.
I didn't take it alone. There was a boy whose family had also been killed by demons. His name was Sabito. I'll
Oh,
never
yeah.
forget his peach-colored hair. Or
This
what
appeared to
happened that day.
Tanjiro as like a spirit a while ago. Do you remember that?
Kind of.
When he split the boulder, he was trained by this guy as a spirit.
Okay.
Sabito.
I remember the mask.
And Mr. Giyu.
Yeah.
I was 13 back then. We were the same age and alone in
Sabito
the
and
world.
Mokomo.
We became friends quickly. Sabito had a strong sense of justice, and yet a kind and gentle heart.
You gonna see his face?
The only one who died during that year's selection was Sabito.
To the beast
He
I think
managed to kill
Tanjiro
nearly
killed.
every demon on that mountain single-handedly. In the end, everyone but Sabito passed that final selection. As for me, I was left wounded by the very first demon that attacked me. I was helpless.
Oh, the first one. That's not great.
At that moment, it was Sabito who saved me.
Water breathing. Fourth form. Striking tide.
After saving me, I was left in the care of another boy. Then he quickly ran off towards another cry for help. When I came to, the final selection was over. While it's true I survived for 7 days, therefore passing the selection, I didn't kill a single demon, and had only been saved by another. And so, can you really say that I passed?
I mean, you became really good at water breathing, but
Yeah, but like the
Someone
initial.
worthy of being the water Hashira. I don't even deserve to stand next to the likes of the other Hashira. I'm not like them. Normally, there'd be no place for me in the Demon Slayer Corps. Have the real Hashira train you. It's for the best, really. I'll never manifest
maybe that's why he
a mark.
left. Yeah. Oh.
As for Sabito, there's no doubt he would have. Just forget about me. You're wasting your time.
I get it. I really do. I'm sure he thinks he should have been the one to die that day. I know how that feels. When someone you value more than your own life ends up dying before you instead. And worse, dies because they were protecting you. It's an unending pain. Sabito, the boy who trained me back on Mount Sekiro.
Yeah.
What a strange experience. Even though they were both already long dead, they taught me how to survive. I see. So Sabito went through final selection with Mr. Giyu. If he survived, he'd be the same age as Mr. Giyu now. Amazing. Amazing. He saved everyone during the selection. If Sabito were still here, I'm sure that he'd be an incredible swordsman. That must be part of the reason why Mr. Giyu feels he should have been the one to die.
Yeah, that's...
I had that same thought myself. Mr. Rengoku. He sacrificed his own life to protect us. He was incredible. His kindness rivaled
He didn't even
his
have a
strength,
mark.
No.
and he never faltered.
Him with a mark would be so powerful.
Oh my, could you imagine?
I wished with all my heart that I'd been the one to die instead of Mr. Rengoku that day. I thought that one day Mr. Rengoku might have been able to kill Muzan. But
He already said he believes in you, so you just have to worry about how to get there!
yes, that's exactly right. I know that, but I'm not sure what I should say to Mr. Giyu. No matter how pathetic or embarrassed you may feel, you've got to keep living. I can't imagine how hard he must have trained in order to make himself.
Yeah, and he became an incredible swordsman. Like,
the amount of suffering he must have gone
He still
through.
just has like such intense imposter syndrome.
yeah. So what are your thoughts on this?
I mean, I'm not gonna say I don't get where he's coming from. Like, the idea of someone you hold in such high esteem dying for you, and then you being awarded something that's supposed to indicate like your skill as a result of that, it feels icky. It's wrong. With that being said, it does kind of feel like a Nepo baby situation where, like, even if it's not like the right situation, once you're there, if you try really hard and get good, there's not a whole lot more you can do.
Yeah, well, here's the thing. He didn't kill any demons in the final selection, but like he also like trained extremely hard and became this all-powerful Hashira that, like, I mean, the scene we saw of him that really demonstrated that was when Inosuke was fighting that like super buff spider dude. It like evolved and he couldn't even cut it with his blade, and with like one breathing technique he sliced it in half and just ended it.
Yeah.
He's just become extremely powerful, and he was a kid back then. So what I wonder is what compelled him to keep training, become this amazing fighter, and become a Hashira, only now to be like, I don't want to be a Hashira. Like,
That's a good question.
like maybe the like imposter syndrome was finally caught up with him, but like you're no longer an imposter, and like if Sabito can't keep going, you should go in his memory, I feel like, you know?
Yeah, like if anything, you owe it to him because like you took his spot.
That's what I
Not that that's what happened, but like if you think that, then
yeah. He was also like a kid back then, so like
yeah.
I can't imagine how hard he must have trained in order to make himself a worthy candidate for Hashira. The amount of suffering he must have gone through. It's not my place to criticize Mr. Giyu when I know nothing about him. But there's one thing I have to ask him. Only then. Mr. Giyu! Oh no, he's not stopping.
Oh boy.
Mr. Giyu! What Sabito entrusted to you? Aren't you going to pass it on?
yeah.
Sabito. Don't you dare ever say that you should have died again!
Wait, his jacket is
Next time you
half
say
and
that,
half.
You and I are through. It's unforgivable.
Oh, wait, was it really?
Look at his.
Oh my god, you're right.
That's the saddest thing ever.
Yeah.
Don't you dare ever say that you should have died again! Next time you say that, you and I are through. It's unforgivable. Your older sister, who was supposed to be married the next day, knew what was going to happen when she hid you from that demon to protect you. So how dare you insult her memory by saying something so selfish? You have to live and carry her memory. The life your sister gave you with her sacrifice, the future she gave you, you have to pass them on. Giyu!
The shock and pain I felt when he struck me is coming back to me now so vividly. Why did I forget until now? That conversation with Sabito. When it's so important. I didn't want to remember it. Because I wouldn't be able to stop the tears. Remembering made my grief unbearable and left me utterly helpless. Big Sis Tsutako. Sabito. I'm sorry.
Oh no. I think I finally broke him. What do I do? Was that too harsh of me? Somehow he looks even more depressed than he usually does. I just
Damn,
end up making
great
it
work.
worse. I know. How about a speed eating contest?
Jesus
In the
Christ.
contest, I'll say, let's cheer up and get some training in.
Oh, yeah,
Since
that'll
I haven't
work.
been cleared for active duty yet. It's not like I can spar with him or anything. Mr. Giyu may not talk much, but he wouldn't have to during an eating contest. It's brilliant.
Tanjiro, I know it's a little late, but I'll join.
Mr. Giyu, I challenge you to an eating contest.
He said he'd join him.
Why?
Oh, that's kind of cute.
All right.
Listen, about the training program, I didn't hear any mention of Kocho. So what is it that she's teaching you all?
Miss Shinobu? I haven't heard anything, actually.
Yeah, and she's going to work with Tamayo to figure out what's going on with Nezuko.
Mm-hmm.
It's all right.
And she hates demons, so that'll be strange.
Help me to calm down. Only the immature are unable to control their emotions.
Oh.
The immature.
Oh.
Like she's working with a demon to figure out a demon.
Mm-hmm.
I'll be departing now to receive training from the Lord Wind Hashira.
I see.
Can my training
Kanao and the
session
Wind
wait
Hashira.
until after the Lord Stone Hashiras?
Stone Hashira.
Unfortunately, I'm not going to be taking part in the Hashira training.
Huh? But why?
Kanao, come over here.
I
Okay.
think she's sitting out to figure out Nezuko, I'm guessing.
So, you see, I want nothing more than to train with you, Master.
Well, now look at you. You've learned to be more candid about giving voice to your feelings. That's a good sign. As I thought, the timing is perfect. I'd like to tell you about the demon who killed my beloved older sister, Kanae. And also, how to go about killing the same demon. I believe you're ready.
All right,
right.
and that is where we are left for this episode of Demon Slayer. Let's check out the Taisho era secret.
We'll be talking about Mr. Giyu this time.
I'm done eating more soba noodles.
I can't eat any more either, so no need to worry. It's time for a Taisho era secret. Mr. Giyu's Hari, or at least half of it belonged to Sabito. And the other half
You already knew
belonged to
this
his
one.
older sister, Miss Sutako, who was
Oh,
also
I didn't
killed by a
realize that.
demon.
Oh,
That just goes to show
God.
you how tender he is.
Want some simmered salmon and daikon?
You really mean that?
Yes, but no racing.
I'd be happy to.
He's a sweetie at heart.
But first,
Yeah.
next episode 3, fully recovered Tanjiro joins the Hashira training.
All right.
Perfect.
Starting now, I'm an enemy demon. A demon that's going to devour you. You're too slow! Slow!
Dang.
Not too shabby, Kamado.
And what are your first thoughts about that?
I'm glad Tanjiro was able to remind Giyu of that interaction. I'm surprised he forgot it, but
He said it would make him cry. I guess it's just a lot of trauma wrapped up in that whole experience.
yeah, I mean, fair enough. But good to have that realization. I did think it was really funny that Tanjiro was just prompting a completely different question at that big reveal.
Yeah.
When Giyu was finally like, yes,
He's like, yes, I will.
He got me, and he's
Let's have an eating contest.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah, no, that was
that
funny.
was very funny.
Yeah, and I'm excited to see what the training looks like now that we have him on board as well. But thank you for watching, and make sure to like, comment, and subscribe down below if you're excited for our next episode coming next week at 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on this day.
Sometime.
And if you can't wait and want to see these episodes right now, they're all posted to Patreon in their extended full-length forms, along with episodes of Invincible, Solo Leveling, Jujutsu Kaisen, and My Hero Academia. We have a lot to discuss, but before we do that, where are we headed?
All right, let's review.
Thank you for watching. For now, we're going to go to questions given to us by our amazing Patreon members. If you want to support us as creators and ask us questions after every episode we watch, join the link in the description below and start asking. For now, let's go to question 1. All right, question 1. HBomb24 asks, after learning Giyu had a sister who gave her life to save him, how does this reevaluate Giyu's decision at the start of the show to spare Nezuko, another sister who, despite becoming a demon, chose to protect her brother instead of attacking him?
I mean, that just completely explains it. It makes it even more powerful because it was like not just like an impulse spur of the moment, like I just don't want to kill this thing, but like it reminded him of his sister, which is sweet.
Yeah,
and sad.
And now knowing he was wearing half of his sister's kimono, like like it really illustrates that, and it makes a lot more sense why he spared Tanjiro and more spared Nezuko, because like I'm sure that after all this survivor's guilt, he's like, dang, I don't want to do the same thing to Tanjiro.
Exactly.
So maybe that's kind of what put him on his path to be like, you should be the water, Hashira, because you got to have the good version of what I was going through.
Interesting. Yeah.
Let's go to question 2. All right, question 2. Kilonzo asks, how lucky was Tanjiro and Nezuko that Giyu was the Hashira on Muzan's trail, knowing that it was his kindness and compassion that spared Nezuko and starred Tanjiro down his path? How do you think the other Hashira would have handled finding Tanjiro and Nezuko instead?
I mean, they're unbelievably lucky, because if it had been anyone else, I think Nezuko would be dead.
Yeah, it's fascinating because like the stone Hashira who's like crying, I wonder what he's crying about, and maybe like he has more compassion because of that, so maybe he would be moved by it.
Yeah.
And then I definitely...
We don't know all of the Hashira's family issues.
Yeah, we know... Well, the interesting thing is there's really only like 2 that we don't know in terms of their family issue. The snake Hashira and the stone Hashira. We know that like quite literally the wind Hashira's mom, he had to kill her because she became a demon. We know that Mitsuri, her family, like, was it her family that wanted her to like marry somebody and like want her to be a certain way? Or I think it was her family who supported her, but the person she was betrothed to said that she was too strong and too much for him. I don't remember. And then, yeah, I don't think any of the other ones would have done it, but it also occurs to me that like Giyu was on Muzan's trail. Like, I didn't realize, like, I never put 2 and 2 together that Muzan killed Tanjiro's whole family, and Giyu was there because Giyu was sent to go after Muzan. He was the closest, yeah. So he's obviously extremely powerful, which only illustrates how important it is that he can't give up. Like, he cannot stop. Yeah, he's got to be a part of this if he was that powerful to be considered that way. Yeah. All right, let's go to our final question. Daniel Allen asks, why do you think that Tanjiro has not been promoted to Hashira yet? Could it be because he uses sun breathing, or because he was supposed to replace Giyu? Because, like... I mean, I could see both, honestly. He's killed, like, 2 Upper Moon now. I feel like he's deserving of the Hashira mantle. Like, the other... Before him and Tengen took on and killed Upper Moon, there hadn't been an Upper Moon kill in, like, I think it was like 1,000 years? Yeah. So, like... I think he's deserving of the mantle at this point, especially since he's the one who originally awakened the Demon Slayer mark, you know? Yeah. I mean, who's the one who decides if he gets it or not? I think the Master. I'm not sure. Well, didn't they say the Master's been kind of out of it? So. Now he is, but he's been like slowly degrading throughout the series, but like definitely. Maybe he has other shit to do, yeah, and that's like the only reason why. Yeah. And the other thing is, if they lost the Flame Hashira, it feels like replacing that with the Sun Hashira is like about as close as you can get. That's such a good point. I feel like he would be a good person to step in and do that. No, exactly. Role. Like if you need someone on a football team and it can't be a football player, rugby is right there. Exactly. Yeah. And I feel like the other reason, the more likely reason is probably because Giyu was like, I want him to be the Water Hashira when I move on. Yeah. So like maybe you just can't have 2 Water Hashira, so that he was just kind of like a Hashira level threat that just didn't technically have the title. Gotcha. I could see that. Well, he was just an understudy for the Water Hashira. Yeah, we'll see if he ends up becoming a Hashira. I wonder if he'll be because here's the thing. I think in the end it's going to be Tanjiro versus Muzan. Mm-hmm. That's kind of the destined fate. Will he be a Hashira before that's the question? And how close are we to that end? Mm-hmm. Like, feels like we're coming up on like sort of final battle type situation. Yeah, I guess I just feel like if he's going to become a Hashira before he fights Muzan, I feel like it would make sense for him to have some experiences in between those 2 things happening. Having the whole show be him becoming a Hashira and then immediately fighting Muzan, I don't know. I don't know. The thing for me is that there's Akaza. I mean, okay, there's I think 4 Upper Moons left. There's Muzan. Wait, hold on. There's Muzan, and there's the demon that can make the whole Infinity Castle thing with like the instrument. And then there's you said like an evil twin of Yorichi, the one with the 6 eyes. Yeah. That had a sword. And then there's Akaza. And then there's Doma, the like rainbow-eyed kind of like Dracula-esque type. Yeah, so there's 5 left, and there's this many Hashira, and any other demon below that is kind of beneath Tanjiro's level at this point. So I feel like we're coming to the end. Yeah. We'll have to see if that's true and what's going to happen next now that we have Giyu back in the fold. But that is where we are left for episode 2 of season 4 of Demon Slayer. Are we excited for episode 3? Can't wait. All right, let's get it. Let's go.